Bangladesh remains on the boil. The killing of a youth leader has sparked protests and violence. It has reignited concerns over status of minorities, raised questions over the future of elections, and escalated a war of words with neighbor India. India has rejected misleading propaganda in sections of Bangladeshi media over a protest held in front of the Bangladesh High Commission in New Delhi. The protest was held against the killing of a Hindu man in Bangladesh. Foreign Ministry spokesperson said that there was no breach of security or threat to the diplomatic mission. But Bangladesh took the confrontation further. It rejected India's comments, questioning how the protesters were allowed to come close to the installation in a secure diplomatic enclave. Bangladesh's foreign affairs advisor threatened to scale back Dhaka's diplomatic presence in India if the situation deteriorates. Ironically, India temporarily shut a visa center in Dhaka following a march by a group of anti-India protesters towards the Indian High Commission on Thursday. The crowd even pelted stones. India also had to close two visa application centers in Khulna and Rajshahi due to the ongoing security situation. Compared to these, the protests in New Delhi were peaceful and involved only a handful of youth. The recent surge in violence in Bangladesh came after the killing of youth leader Osman Hadi. Hadi was shot on December 12th in Dhaka by masked gunmen during an election campaign. He died while receiving treatment in Singapore on Thursday. His death sparked massive protests as well as violence. Another youth leader has been shot today, this time in Khulna. In the days following Osman Hadi's death, Bangladesh witnessed anti-India protests, violence against minorities and political leaders. A Hindu youth, Dipu Chandra Das, was lynched by a mob after he was accused of blasphemy with no evidence found against him. In another attack, a mob reportedly torched the house of BNP leader in Lakshmipur. Reports say that Belal Hussein's house was locked and set on fire by some miscreants, while Belal and his two other daughters suffered severe burns. A 7-year-old daughter did not survive. BNP is a major political force after outlawed Awami League of Sheikh Hasina. Bangladesh is set to hold elections in February next year. Election Commission held a high-level meeting with representatives of Army, Navy and Air Force. The agenda was law and order situation ahead of the polls. Hours before the meeting, the chiefs of Bangladesh's Army, Navy and Air Force also met with the Election Commissioner. Meanwhile, acting chairman of Bangladesh Nationalist Party, Tariq Rahman, called on all political parties that believe in democracy to remain united in the interest of safeguarding the country's democratic future. Rahman says that coming days will not be easy and different forms of anarchy have already begun and are being instigated in various parts of the country. The editor of the Daily Star reacted to an arson attack on media organizations. Mahfouz Anam said that in Bangladesh's 53-year history, no media organization had ever faced an arson attack like the recent one targeting the Daily Star and Protom Alo. Anam urged political parties to recognize and accept critical journalism as a fundamental pillar of good governance. And for the latest, our assistant editor for Foreign Affairs, Sidhan Subol, has the latest from the ongoing situation in Bangladesh and India.
I'm standing in front of the Bangladesh High Commission in New Delhi, and security has been enhanced in front of the Bangladesh High Commission. Here you can see, and in the past as well, India has given assurances to all missions that the safety and security of their missions will be kept on high priority. Now we have seen last week there were several protests in front of the missions, the Indian missions in Bangladesh. In fact, there was an attack on the Indian diplomatic post in Chittagong that prompted India to suspend the visa services there. Now, essentially, how things go forward is the big question. But there are concerns over escalation of violence in the country ahead of the elections. The big question also on the safety and security of the minorities as well. India has expressed concerns on that. With video journalist Neeraj Patel, Sudhan Sibal for WION in New Delhi.